Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to another video of the Predator Vlogs. So Mattel, on its Mattel Creations website, has just dropped a bomb of WWE action figures posted online. So I had a chance to take a look at all these pictures that were just posted this week, and I thought, man, oh man, are we in the golden era of WWE action figures. Tons of pictures that are posted. We are maybe around 40 days out from San Diego Comic-Con, and we still have so many figures to talk about, right? So let's get into this. Let's start talking about some of these pictures. Really nice elites, ultimate editions, everything that's been posted online. And let me just tell you what my thoughts are on some of these figures, and let's just discuss about them. So let's get into the video. Before we do, like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. You know how to support the channel. If you haven't already, do so. What are you waiting for? What on earth are you waiting for? So go down there, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and support the Predator. And now let's get into the video. Let's do this. Alright, so I have the pictures right in front of me, and the first set that I'm going to talk about is Elite Series 119. And first of all, let's talk about Dirty Dominic Mysterio. So this figure looks really nice. He has that sort of a cattle jacket on him, which looks really nice. That's going to be a rubber jacket piece, I think, extra on top of his torso. And then he has this kind of a shirt wrapped around his waist. It has the names of all the Judgment Day members that says Finn, Damian, Rhea, and Dirty Dom. But this is really nice. I think the tattoos look really nice. The jacket really nice. The vest has that skeleton on it, and I really like the purple and black color scheme on Dominic. The boots look really nice. Those boots look kind of different, and if you were to look at him in the package, really nice. I don't know when WWE is gonna give us some new packaging right there, because it's been a while since we've seen this package. I think somewhere around 104, 105 is when this elite sort of packaging changed, and we're at 119 now. And next, let's get into another figure. That's right. That's right, we're talking about Braun Breaker. I think it follows the same formula that it had earlier. Really nice, bulky figure. That's what you expect out of a Braun Breaker figure. He's a really buff dude, and then you can see comes with the Intercontinental Championship and these finger pointing hands that come with it. So all in all, if you don't have a Braun Breaker, I think this is a good one to get. You also have the bonus Intercontinental Championship that looks really nice. But then if you already have a Braun Breaker, I don't see you going ahead and buying this. Let's talk about another figure, and I think this is probably the worst figure of the set, of an otherwise really good set. It is the Liv Morgan right there. I think the face sculpt isn't Liv Morgan. I'm just not feeling it. I think if you look at that face, Liv is a pretty beautiful lady, pretty beautiful girl, I must say. But this face right there just doesn't. There's just something about this face which doesn't say Liv Morgan. The figure's nice. You have these details, the chains on her waist, the belt, and the boots look detailed. Really nice. I think women's figures have come a long way. Everybody says that. This figure as well, from an articulation standpoint, I'm assuming is going to be really nice. Comes with the World Women's Championship. Probably, I was just reading this somewhere, I think the eyelashes, because Mattel doesn't do eyelashes, maybe that's why the figure just doesn't look as accurate as it should. Maybe that's something, but hey, what you gonna do? But waist down, this figure really nice. Just the face sculpt is something that's just killing it, in my opinion. And next we have Ethan Page. So this is the chase in the set. Ethan Page, he comes with the NXT Championship. I am really bad, so I don't know which one is the chase. I think the gold one is the chase, I guess, and the red is probably the standard in the set. But this is a really nice figure. First time in the line for Ethan Page. I think he had an AEW figure back in the day, but this Mattel treatment is gonna be very nice on this guy. I just see this probably becoming one of the peg warmers like the Liv Morgan figure. And now let's talk about probably the biggest attraction, the most anticipated figure of this set. That is Dexter Lumis of the Wyatt Six. So I was really excited when I knew the Wyatt Sixes are gonna be part of the Elite line, and I thought this was going to be probably a Mattel Creations 5-pack or something like that. We saw LWO back in the day, and we've seen tons of figures like that, but then Mattel decided to kind of push them into the elite line. So with every elite line, we're going to get one member of the Wyatt Six, so that you have to buy them all to complete the set. And Dexter Lumis is the first one out. I think this is a really, really nice figure. The jeans mold looks really nice on him. He has a really nice torso. The tattoos on his hand look really nice. That mask looks really good. The jacket, rubber jacket, and the face sculpt, boy, oh boy, just look at that face. Really, really ferocious looking, kind of scary, creepy sort of a look that he has, that he can stare into your soul, that sort of a look. And this is one of the figures that I'm really excited about. I am gonna get each and every one of the Wyatt Six, and we're gonna start with Dexter Lumis. This is gonna be a hard one to find, people, so if you see one at retail, online, wherever you get your action figures from, go ahead and buy it. And capping off Elite Series 119, of course, we have the man, the GOAT, 17-time champion, you can't see me. It's John Cena, that's right, this is John Cena. The last time is now figure. This is a really nice standard formula that they're going with for John Cena. He's gonna look really nice with that blue outfit, the gauntlets, the wristbands, really nice. I think the armband looking really nice. It says the last time is now. He has the you can't see me cap on him. This is a really nice figure. I think if you are a big John Cena fan, you really need to get this. But this is another piece of history right there. Talking about history, yeah. And let's stay with John Cena, because we're gonna get an Elite 3-pack of the man. This is the hustle, loyalty, and respect. John Cena approved right there. You can't see me. So these are 3 WWE Elite figures from 3 distinct eras of John Cena's career. You have the Ruthless Aggression, you have Word Life, Doctor of Thugonomics, and then you have the franchise player Super Cena, You Can't See Me. So let's take a look at each and every one of these figures one by one. First one that you can see is the one with the red. This is probably when he was just moving from the Ruthless Aggression sort of a thing, the prototype gimmick that he had, into the Thug Life, Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena. If you take off his cloth goods, you'd essentially be able to see a prototype John Cena right there. And then you have the Doctor of Thugonomics. This is when he was all out, just rapping out there, kind of roasting people, burning them with his rap. A really great time. I think he also has the Word Life hands that looks really nice. You can kind of do that Word Life, this is basic Thugonomics. So that you can kind of do with this figure. He also comes with 2 belts, the old United States Championship and then the sort of newer United States Championship that was kind of in effect until a few years ago. Camo shirt. He has that sort of chain gang around his neck, really nice. He also has those brass knuckle sort of thing right going on for him. So this is John Cena from the Thug Life era. And then of course you have Super Cena. We've seen this Elite back in the day. I think this came without the t-shirt, but now we're getting him with the t-shirt, so you might want to upgrade that with the new articulation. And then we get into the Monday Night War series. This is the Walmart exclusive line. This line has been kicking it out of the park. I think they've done a great job, and this set is another banger. So first of all, let's start with the Undertaker. This is another version of the Undertaker, this time in the American Badass attire, looking really nice. He has that sort of sunglasses and his scarf over his long hair flowing through the sides. He has that really badass sort of a look on his face, that leather material of a coat on him, which is black in color. And then you have the rubber goods, which is probably removable, I'm guessing. But you know what this entire get up does to the Undertaker is make him look really bulky, really badass. And this is probably the best figure in this set. Like I said, the Monday Night Wars Elites have just been really good, knocking it out of the park, and this Undertaker is no exception. And then we have Flying Brian Pillman, again another great figure. I think there was a Legends Brian Pillman back in the day, which had this sort of unhinged, crazy personality and that face sculpt going, and this definitely is an upgrade on that. He has double jointed elbows, really nice, and the jean mold, he kind of has patches on his jeans that looks really nice. Comes with that hard foundation t-shirt, some crutch. He has that crutch, and then he has that rubber jacket on him. But the thing that I like the best about this is the face sculpt. I think you can just see Brian Pillman right there. This is a really badass figure. Up next in the set, we also have Eric Bischoff. That's right, the president of the WCW, former president of the WCW, Eric Bischoff. I think the head sculpt are utilizing some of the Ultimate Edition that came with the WCW Nitro ring. So the head sculpts are being utilized there. He has the WCW mic with him. With white gray hair, I guess, Eric Bischoff, if that's something sort of a deep cut, if you were to ask me. So if this is something that kind of floats your boat and this is something you need for your WCW collection, feel free to go ahead and add him to your collection. And talking about deep cuts, we have another deep cut right here. You have the Shark, or John Cena, or Earthquake, as you might know him in WWE. You have one figure that has that blue vest, and then there's another one which has sort of the shark fins on the chest right there. So that is this Wave. He has two different head sculpts. There's one with a beard, and then there's one shaved with just the mustache. Really nice painted body hair over there. You can just kind of see that peeking out of his vest, and he has his tattoos, double jointed elbows. He has attack and probably a lot of stuff written on the back. He has pictures of sharks right through his costume, through his outfit, on the feet, on the legs. So this is another good figure that you could probably add to your collection. And the final figure, the builder figure in this set, is Michael Cole. That's right, we are getting another elite Michael Cole in this set. So we have this Michael Cole from his probably early days on Monday Night Raw. I just can't see Michael Cole in this face sculpt. But, you know, we haven't had too many Michael Coles. I think we had one Build-A-Figure back in the day, and this is the second time we're seeing Michael Cole in probably 15 years of WWE Mattel collaboration. So what can you do? You just pick up whatever you get. All right, so then we had a couple of Ultimate Editions also shown to us. First of all, we have Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner right there. I think everyone has bad memories of not getting Scott Steiner as part of the Ultimate Editions with the entrance stage, the Nitro entrance stage, the crowdfunder back in the day. You know, the whole story of that. Shame, a really, really bad thing that Nitro stage didn't get funded and we didn't get some of those figures. But then Mattel is kind enough to give us Big Papa Pump right there in the Ultimate Edition line. He comes with the WCW Heavyweight Championship. He kind of comes with that straight jacket. He has that chainmail headgear, 3 different head sculpts, and he has those glasses, finger pointing hands, mic holding hands, and closed fist hands. So this is Scott Steiner looking really nice. I think probably if there are Scott Steiner fans out there, you crazy people, you freaks, and people who like math, I think you can go ahead and get Scott Steiner right there. This is going to be a really nice one. Scott Steiner Elites have been really good, so Big Papa Pump in the Ultimate Edition is going to be really, really nice. And then another Ultimate Edition that was shown to us is the Randy Orton. This is when he was part of Evolution with the Intercontinental Championship. I think we've seen this Randy Orton a few times back in the day in the Elite. I think he was part of the Amazon, I don't remember, I think it was Fan Takeover or something, whatever they called it. I think where you had to vote for these figures. So we had seen an elite form of this Randy Orton, and now we're kind of getting him in the Ultimate Edition line. A couple of new head sculpts, I think, for Randy Orton. Comes with that old Intercontinental Championship. He comes with a few sets of extra hands and the Evolution t-shirt. I don't think this figure really excites me a lot. I mean, I'm not going crazy over having this version of Randy Orton as an Ultimate. I'd probably like maybe Randy Orton from his 2009 era where he had that bald look, the Viper, really, really dastardly heel. So that's something that I would like to see. So these were some of the Elites and Ultimate figures that we saw from Mattel Collections. There were a ton of other figures like Basics and the Classic Superstars. I'll put the link in the description below so that you can go ahead and check the Mattel gallery. Until the next time the Predator is out, see you again soon with more WWE action figure news and unboxings. Until then, Predator out.